Hello, I'm Samuel Delany, Chip, to all of you, reading from the middle section of Circe, the play about the brothel visit within the novel with which Joyce concludes Part 2 of Ulysses. Bloom surveys uncertainly the three whores, then gazes at the veiled mauve light, hearing the ever-flying moth. Bloom. I wanted then to have now concluded, night dress was never, hence this, but tomorrow is a new day will be, past was is today, what now is will then morrow as now was be past yester. Virag prompts in a pig's whisper, insects of the day spend their brief existence in reiterated coition, lured by the smell of the inferiorly pulchritudinous female possessing extendified pudental nerve in dorsal region. Pretty Paul! His yellow parrot beak gabbles nasally. They had a proverb in the Carpathians in or about the year 5550 of our year. 1 tablespoon of honey will attract friend Bruin more than half a dozen barrels of first-choice malt vinegar. Bears buzz brother bees, but of this apart. At another time we may resume. We were very pleased, we others. He coughs, and bending his brow, rubs his nose thoughtfully with a scooping hand. You shall find that these night insects follow the light. An illusion for remember their complex unjustable eye. For all these knotty points, see the 7th book of my Fundamentals of Sexology, or the love passion which Dr. L.B. says is the book sensation of the year. So example, there are again those movements are automatic, perceive. That is the appropriate sun. Night bird, night sun, night town. Chase me, Charlie. He blows into Bloom's ear. Buzz. Bloom. Me or blue bottles, 2 other day butting shadow on wall dazed. Self, then me, wandered days down shirt. Good job, I. Virag. His face impassive, laughs in a rich, feminine key. Splendid! Spanish fly in his fly, or mustard plaster on his dribble. He gobbles gluttonously with turkey wattles. Bubbly jock, where are we? Open sesame, cometh forth. He unrolls his parchment rapidly and reads, his glowworm's nose running backwards over the letters which he claws. Stay, good friend, I bring thee thy answer. Red Bank oysters will shortly be upon us. I'm the best o' cooks. Those succulent bivalves may help us, and the truffles of Perigord, tubers dislodged through Mr. Omnivorous Poker, were unsurpassed in cases of nervous debility or variegitis. Though they stink, yet they sting. He wags his head with cackling raillery. Jocular? With my eyeglass in my ocular? He sneezes. Amen. Bloom, absently. Ocularly woman's bivalve case is worse. Always open sesame. The cloven sex. Why they fear vermin creeping things, yet Eve and the serpent contradict. Not a historical fact, obvious analogy to my idea. Serpents, too, are gluttonous for women's milk. wind their way through miles of omnivorous forest to suck succulent her breast dry, like the bubbly jocular Roman matrons one reads about in Elephantalasius. Verag, his mouth projected in hard wrinkles, eyes stonily forlornly closed, psalms in outlandish monotone. That the cows, with their those distended utters, that they have been the known. Bloom. I am going to scream. I beg your pardon. So, he repeats, spontaneously to seek out the saurian lair in order to entrust their teats to his avid suction, the milk aphis profoundly. Instinct rules the world in life, in death. Verag, head askew, arches his back and hunches winged shoulders, peers at the moth out of blear, bulged eyes, points a horning claw, and cries, "Who's moth, moth? Who's dear Gerald? Dear Ger, that you? Oh dear, he is Gerald. Oh, I much fear he shall be most badly burned. Will some flesh Persian, not now impediment, so catastrophic mid agitation of first-class tumblelumpkins?" He mews. Puss, 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 puss. He sighs, draws back, and stares sideways down with dropping underjaw. Well, well, he doth rest anon. He snaps his jaw suddenly on the air. The moth. I am a tiny, tiny thing, ever flying in the spring, round and round, a ring. Long ago I was a king, now I do this kind of thing. On the wing, bing. He rushes against the mauve shade, flapping noisily. Pretty petticoats. From the upper left entrance, with 2 gliding steps, Henry Flower comes forward to left front center. He wears a dark mantle and drooping plumed sombrero. He carries a silver-stringed inlaid dulcimer and a long-stemmed bamboo Jacob's pipe, its clay ball fashioned as a female head. He wears dark velvet hose and silver-buckled pumps. He has the romantic Savior's face with flowing locks, thin beard, and mustache. His spindle legs and sparrow feet are those of the tenor Mario, Prince of Candia. He settles down his gophered ruffs and moistens his lip with a passage of his amorous tongue. Henry, in a low, dulcet voice, touching the strings of his guitar. There is a flower that bloometh. Verag's truculent, his jowls set, stares at the lamp. Grave Bloom regards Zoe's neck. Henry's gallant turns with pendant dewlap to the piano. Stephen, to himself. Play with your eyes shut. Imitate Pa, filling my belly with husks of swine. Too much of this. I will arise and go to my... Except this is the... Steve, thou art a perilous way. Must visit old DC or telegraph. Our interview of this morning has left me on a deep impression through our ages. Will write fully tomorrow. Am partially drunk, by the way. He touches the keys again. Minor chords come now. Yes, not much, however. Aldedano Attifoni holds out a baton roll of music with vigorous mustache work. Artifoni. Si rifletta, lei rovina tutto. Florrie. Sing us something, love's old sweet song. Stephen. No voice. I am most finished artist. Lynch, did I show you the letter about the lute? Florrie, smirking. The bird can sing and won't sing. The Siamese twins, Philip drunk and Philip sober, two Oxford dons with lawn mowers, appear in the window embrasure. Both are masked with Matthew Arnold's face. Philip sober. Take a fool's advice, all is not well. Work it out with the butt end of a pencil, like a good young idiot. £3.12 you got, 2 notes, 1 sovereign, 2 crowns, if youth but knew. Moonies and Vale, Moonies sur Mer, and Moira Larchettes. Holles Street Hospital, Burke? I'm watching you. Philip drunk. Impatiently. Ah, bosh, man, go to hell. I paid my way. If I could only find out about octaves, reduplicated of personality. Who was it? His name. His lawnmower begins to purr. Aha, yes, Zoe Musas Agapo. Have a notion I was here before. When was it? Not Atkinson, his card I have somewhere. Mac somebody. Unmac, I have it. He told me about, hold on, Swinburne, was it? No. Florrie, and the song? Stephen, spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Florrie, are you out of Maynooth? You're like someone I once knew. Stephen, out of it now, to himself. Clever. Philip drunk and Philip sober. Their lawn-mowers purring with a rigadoon of grass helms. Clever ever, out of it, out of it. By the by, have you the book, the thing, the ash plant? Yes, there it is. Cleverer out of it now. Keep in condition. Do like us. Happy Bloomsday from the Rosenbach.